Hi, my name's Carl Woods, Mayor of the City of Palm Beach Gardens.
And I'm Vice Mayor Marino. Welcome to the virtual State of the City presentation 2020.
The PGA Corridor Association is unable to host its usual breakfast meeting this year, but we put our heads together to come up with a way that we could still update our business community on the state of the City of Palm Beach Gardens.
Although our lives have slowed down, the city doesn't sleep and continues to make progress with long-term goals, construction projects, economic development, and much more. Now we'd like to update you on what's been happening in the #1 city in the state of Florida.
For the past several months, the country has been focused on COVID-19. Our city's been no different. Our first city communications to the public regarding COVID-19 concerns began as early as March 2nd, 2020. During the State of the City and the Palm Beach County emergency orders, our staff worked remotely and on-site to keep our residents and businesses informed and protected. The pandemic was not only personally challenging for many of us, it challenged our city and business leaders to figure out ways we could help our small businesses stay afloat. The city rolled out several programs aimed at helping small businesses reopen, restoring the public confidence in the safety of these businesses, and we even assisted unemployed residents who were furloughed due to closures. The money for these programs came from the economic development funds that the city already had in its current budget.
With the help of our partners at the PGA Corridor Association and Palm Beach North Chamber, we administered approximately $1 million in grants to assist small businesses and restaurants. Phase 1 of the Economic Recovery Act included the Small Business Relief Fund. Our committee reviewed close to 50 applicants and awarded over 20 grants of $20,000 each to our small businesses. We were fortunate enough to personally present some of those checks, and I must say I was beyond proud of our city and its business community. In Phase 2, we used remaining funds to target restaurants that needed assistance to stay current with huge overhead costs associated with their businesses. During that phase, 8 restaurants received grant funding.
Other programs sponsored by the city included the Unemployed Resident Relief Fund, which provided $250 Publix gift cards to those who confirmed Palm Beach Gardens residency and a documentation of their unemployment status. Over a total of 5 days, we helped out approximately 800 of our own Gardens neighbors.
And finally, to help build community confidence as the state began reopening, we put a certificate of verification program in place, which involved the City Building Division providing inspections of local businesses and issuing a certificate to verify the business is in compliance with Governor DeSantis' COVID-19 guidelines. This program is free and completely voluntary. We are pleased to announce that some 350 Gardens businesses received their certificates. Along with relaxed signage requirements and expedited plan review for expanded outdoor seating, we did a lot to show our residents and businesses that we are there for them when things get tough. Palm Beach Gardens police and fire personnel continue to work hard during the ongoing pandemic to keep our city safe and healthy. Modified response protocols for COVID-19 and additional safety practices have been instituted to help protect residents and employees. On behalf of Mayor Woods and myself, we would like to personally thank our entire team of police and fire personnel for their dedication and sacrifice to keeping Palm Beach Gardens safe. These men and women are committed to professional excellence and continuously strive to find new ways to bring the best possible services to all of our citizens and businesses.
The other thing that's on everybody's mind right now is hurricane season. In early June, we mailed out our official City of Palm Beach Gardens Hurricane Guide to every single household in the city. We hope you've received it, we hope you're using it, and we hope you're preparing your family for hurricane season. Our staff really put a lot of thought and detail into making this guide a must-have for anyone living in Palm Beach Gardens. We have received great feedback from 50-year residents to brand new families. Please use it to be storm ready and stay informed if a hurricane should threaten us this season.
With the daily weather forecast, there is absolutely no doubt summer is here. Our city's leisure services have been able to partially resume with an abbreviated model for Camp Gardens. As we observe smaller numbers for the safety of our participants, we still plan to have a summer camp our kids won't soon forget.
Departments have submitted their spending requests for next fiscal year and are currently being reviewed by our city manager. The ongoing impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic have made it extremely difficult to estimate fiscal year 2020 state shared revenues as well as project revenues for fiscal year 2021. The city is closely monitoring the sales tax data on a monthly basis to prepare the best estimates of actual revenue to be received this fiscal year. Because businesses began to reopen in May, it is expected that sales tax collections will begin to recover and trend upward. However, May's sales data will not be available until the latter part of July.
The city received its taxable values in June of just over $13 billion, which is an increase of approximately 3.6% over the prior year, and that includes new construction of $163.2 million. Now, let's talk about some city projects. You may remember that Palm Beach County passed a 1-cent sales tax and that the City of Palm Beach Gardens decided to use a bond to begin building our projects now. I'm happy to say that today, many of those projects have been or will be soon completed.
And it's time to play ball. Our expansion of Gardens Park with the addition of the Miracle League fields and Cressy Sports Performance is now complete. The expansion enhances the existing baseball amenities, adding to the Gardens Park field inventory, which included 8 baseball fields to support ages from 4 to 14. There was also a need to support high school-aged kids and for more practice facilities. The expansion includes covered batting cages, covered pitching mounds, and a synthetic turf training field that will be used to improve player abilities. As a bonus, these training facilities are resistant to rainouts.
The Miracle League of the Palm Beaches now has a new home. Children with physical and mental disabilities will live their baseball dreams on a brand new Palm Beach Gardens Miracle League baseball field made with accessible artificial turf. The Cressy Sports Performance component was added through a private-public partnership as a private training facility that trains elite youth, collegiate, and professional baseball players. Eric Cressy and his team began operating out of the 10,000 square foot building last December. Here's what they have to say about their operations in the gardens.
My name is Eric Cressy. I'm the president and co-founder of Cressy Sports Performance. What we've become is a one-stop shop for baseball development. Towards the end of our lease, we realized that one of the big high-priority items for us when we moved to a new facility was going to be finding a place where we could do a lot of that on-field skill development stuff for our hitting, our pitching, and really leverage those strengths we had more conveniently. So it wasn't an extra hour in the car every day. Fortunately, that's where started the discussions with Palm Beach Gardens came about. Dan Prieto and some of the other folks in the town had been very helpful with respect to us using the Palm Beach Gardens high school field for our pro athletes. So we were kind of running our own spring training there for years on end. So when this opportunity came about, it really proved to be a good public-private partnership because the town obviously was growing baseball in a very specific way to effectively become a destination for a lot of high-level sports and make more offerings available to kids at younger levels and really grow the sport locally. We have folks that come down here and buy houses and get rentals in order to train with us, and they see us as a competitive advantage for their career. And that's not just professional baseballs. That's also a dad and his son from California who want to come out for a week and figure out their pitching mechanics and get on a good strength conditioning program. So we brought a lot in terms of economic development, whether it's restaurant consumption, groceries, gas, things along those lines, along with the rentals and the home purchases. And the city has obviously given us an amazing opportunity to be in a really, really good, we joke it's our own little spring training complex now, having the strength conditioning, but being able to just walk outside and play catch on the turf or hitting the cages, run the bases, whatever it may be. It really is a kind of a one-stop shop for our baseball guys.
AJ Ramos. I played for the Miami Marlins and the New York Mets. Currently, I'm a free agent, so that's why I'm here trying to get back and find a job. So we'll see what happens. I wanted to come here because I've heard all kinds of good things. I've seen all kinds of big leaguers come here and work out. It's a one-stop shop. You come here, you get all your work in, you get PT, you get your lift, and you get throwing in, and then you go about your day. And it's something that you have trained professionals to watch you and to make sure that you're going through all your drills the way you're supposed to, so it optimizes your performance. So that's mainly what I'm all about, is being optimal so that I can be the best at my sport.
Many staff moves have already taken place, and we are down to the final phases of the remodeling and the expansion of City Hall. Our new building department lobby is now open for use, and we have a new waiting area for the public. City staff are now working from the expanded portions of the building. This project was very important. It alleviated the cramped working conditions at City Hall and allows for future growth, if necessary.
The Gardens North County District Park was completed last summer just in time to celebrate our 60th anniversary. It's been a great pleasure to see our North County communities enjoying this park with daily trips to the Gravity Rail and Splash Pad, soccer practice and games, and many special events. Another project that's near completion is the Tennis and Pickleball Center Clubhouse. The more than 12,000 square foot Key West style clubhouse will soon be in use and will include an indoor delicatessen, sports performance rooms, multi-purpose rooms, and outdoor dining area with bar. By upgrading the clubhouse facility, the Gardens Tennis Center will be well positioned to become a local, regional, and national hub for tournaments, clinics, and other community events.
We are very proud to announce that our Palm Beach Gardens Tennis and Pickleball Center is the recipient of the USTA Member Organization National Award. Every 2 years, the award is given to the organization that best exemplifies service to the community, service to its members through junior and adult programs, and service to the game of tennis. Let's look at the video provided by the USTA to find out more about our Tennis Center award-winning operations.
The Palm Beach Gardens Tennis Center, it's the nicest tennis facility in the whole state of Florida.
We're a public facility. I would tell you we rival any private facility in how we keep up our courts and our level of play and commitment to the sport.
I think this is probably the most outstanding public facility in the entire United States. It is beautifully maintained. The people are responsive to our needs.
We have a little over 600 members. We get all ranges, ages, abilities.
This is the best facility I've ever played at. Courts are fantastic, well maintained.
We have 18 hard-true courts. We have 4 hard courts. All 4 hard courts, we hold our kids' classes out there. They're also lined for the 10 and under courts.
The lure of our place is how busy we are. You can play tennis morning, noon, and night.
We have 14 USPTA pros, and I'm currently looking for more, if you can believe it.
It's so affordable, but they also have so many programs that get people started in the game.
We have our ladies team tennis, we have our men's leagues, we have programs for the children.
And then we try to have a variety of activities that accommodate people of various skill levels.
You can take a fitness class called Hitting Frenzy. You can participate in a one-off weekend tennis tournament. You can show up for a potluck social.
We have a monthly junior rec tournament. We have a monthly adult tournament. We have 9 sanctioned USTA tournaments through the year for the kids and adults.
Everyone here embraces anyone who wants to try to play the game.
The facility is wheelchair accessible, which makes it very accommodating for the players, and they welcome the opportunity to come here.
That sense of community, that sense of inclusiveness is what makes it special.
We are in the process of getting a brand new clubhouse. We're very excited. 10,000 square feet. Pro shop, restaurant, bar, cafe.
And it's going to have a viewing area up at the top where you can view all the courts and see all the action what's going on.
We'll be building 2 new courts right here. We're going to be adding the pickleball component. And we have money to add additional hard courts.
We have such a vast pool of people to come, and for us just to grab them and get them involved and then give them like a pathway to playing.
This is not your normal public facility, I'll just say that. They can compete with the private clubs. It's no surprise to me that this is the member organization of the year.
You want to be here. You feel the vibe, you feel the energy, and it doesn't matter that if you're on 2 feet or 2 wheels. Come play with us.
Back when we could still gather, we hosted a grand opening event for our new operations center called Trucks and Stuff.
Many residents enjoyed the day with free hot dogs, snow cones, and big trucks. I think everyone who attended gained a greater appreciation for what happens behind the scenes.
During the event, we gave tours of the new 39,410 square foot facility, which is used as a hub for the vehicles, tools, and the people that keep this city running and looking beautiful. It was great to put the spotlight on these employees and the work that they do. The fleet this facility maintains consists of roughly 280 cars and trucks, 5 motorcycles, as well as an additional 26 emergency vehicles and fire apparatus. With emergency management in mind, the building was constructed to withstand a Category 5 hurricane and house staff members during severe weather events. The state of our local development economy remains strong as our projects continue to move forward. To update you on the current status of development projects throughout the city, let's start out west with Avenir. The Avenir Clubhouse is now under construction, along with model homes for residential pods 1 through 4. These pods include Watermark by Toll Brothers, La Terre by K. Hovnanian, Wengate by Toll Brothers, and Coral Isles by Kinco Communities. Residential pods 5 through 8 are approved, but not yet constructed. Moving on to the Bonnet Hunt Club. It's currently under construction with 97 single-family homes being completed by Parkwood Distinctive Homes.
Florida Power and Light's office building project is now under construction and, following the city's codes, will maintain and preserve 25% of viable native upland habitat and intact ecosystems. As a result, the city has 51% of its land use dedicated to preservation and conservation area. The FPL site has an existing 10-acre preserve with an approved preserve area management plan, a minimum 25-foot wide landscape buffer around the entire perimeter of each of the 2 development parcels, and will include 86% open space when the recently approved site plan for 270,000 square feet of office space is constructed, with a 3-story, almost 300,000 square foot parking garage that will be able to store emergency equipment in response to hurricanes.
The FPL site plan proposes a landscape plan that is based on preserving native vegetation and providing several native Florida ecosystems throughout the restoration, including pine flatwoods, cypress domes, and native meadows.
Also under construction in Palm Beach Gardens are the City Center Solera Apartments. This project includes 136 apartment units, with 14 of those dedicated to workforce housing and a 3,800 square foot clubhouse. Arcadia Gardens, also underway, is the city's latest independent living facility and will consist of 163 units with 326 beds.
There's been a lot of buzz about the expansion of Costco off of North Lake Boulevard. Construction of the 24-pump fuel center is currently underway and anticipated to be completed prior to Christmas of this year. Also, the 20,000 square foot store expansion is planned to break ground in 2021.
Recently, a plan for the newly renamed Downtown Palm Beach Gardens was approved for this longtime local shopping center to undergo many upgrades and improvements. City Council gave the green light on architectural enhancements, hardscape and landscape improvements, and updates to the master signage plan. After a great discussion that included many residents, the iconic carousel will be moved to a more visible location along the waterfront within the center. A development application is currently under review by staff for a 9-story mixed-use building with a 174-room hotel and an 8-story, 283-unit multifamily building. In addition, within the plaza, Lifetime Fitness is underway.
Getting to what will be the future hub of transportation in the city, PGA Station's 111-room hotel has received its certificate of occupancy and is days away from opening to the public. Office building number 4 consists of 60,000 square feet that is currently under construction. The Devasta Towers have punctuated the city's skyline, and they look like they've always been there. South Tower is open at 70% occupied. The North Tower is nearing completion.
Last up for developments, let's visit Alton. Have you been? Since this time last year, it's amazing to see the progress that has been made on this project. The commercial town center is open with well-known anchor tenants such as Publix and LA Fitness, and local favorites like Lenora's and Junior's Barbershop.
That's just the commercial side. On the residential side, east of Interstate 95, Neighborhood 1 has 217 single-family and 143 townhome units currently under construction. They have been issued approximately 330 COs. Neighborhood D, it's approved for 117 dwellings but is not yet built. Neighborhood E, 199 single-family units under construction, 44 COs issued. Neighborhood F, 199 townhome units under construction. Again, approximately 44 COs issued. Phase 2 of Neighborhood F includes 56 townhouse units and a 4.5-acre public park which is nearing completion. West of Interstate 95, Artistry is under construction with 28 COs issued for its 469 single-family units.
Before we close, we'd like to touch on a topic that has been part of the national and local conversation for several weeks. In late May, our nation witnessed a horrific incident that resulted in the tragic death of a black man. As we work to reconcile our personal feelings around this tragedy and how it has affected many in our community, we'd like you to know that our city manager has always made it a priority to ensure that our policies and practices across the board are free of racism and discrimination of any kind. Although we have had training in the past, all levels of staff are currently engaged in conversation about how the city can improve the work we do, not just as an employer, but also as civil servants to the community. The city continues to provide ongoing training for all staff. We serve every member of the public, and we are committed to ensuring that racism and discrimination are not tolerated in the city of Palm Beach Gardens.
Thank you for your time today. We look forward to seeing our friends in the business community as soon as it's safe to do so.
Again, thank you and have a great day. Visit us in the city of Palm Beach Gardens.
Thanks a lot. Enjoy your day.